Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to teamfortress.tv. I'm FrickMyNick. I'm joined by Looster as my co-caster tonight, and Shears on production. I'm going to be casting Dexter's Lab versus Ascent tonight. How you doing, Looster?
I'm doing pretty good. We are just kind of working things here right now. I'm very excited to see how this match goes. Dexter's Lab has been doing a very, very good job here so far in the season. They have a couple very close matches. First one falling to, I believe it was the Microwave 4-3, bound 4-0, and coming back to the 4-3 score. It was really, really promising end there. I think you were casting that one, is that correct?
Yeah, that was a really good game. And yeah, Dexter's Lab just looked to be, I don't know, it was a very close game, but there were a lot of good silver linings. They definitely looked really good, but there was definitely a couple things they could improve on. And on the other side of things, Ascent also looked pretty good. They played a slightly modified for you roster from we saw most of the preseason on Clear Cut, I believe. It was a King of the Hill map. I want to say it was Clear Cut.
It was Clear
and
Cut.
they lost that.
Yeah.
It was 4-2 was the score line. So again, silver linings. They did get a couple runs. Furio's historically very, very good at product. I know they switched up their roster shortly before that match, so maybe not the strongest for you roster, but not to discredit Ascent. Ascent is absolutely insane. You know, they have the Scout combo. At least I think it's going to be High Five and Slumdish on Scout, because High Five's on Scout in the pregame. And that's what he's a little more known for. And Bot Mode and Laz are going to be on Soldier, who are also both insane. It's going to be Zaylor on Demo and Lol Guy on Medic. I'm a huge fan of Lol Guy. He's an absolutely crazy medic. Kind of came, I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but he's definitely been an up-and-comer for the last few seasons and looked really, really good on Dunk the last couple of seasons in particular.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see. From what I could tell with some of how these matches have been going, especially with like Ascent and Fryotech, I don't really know who's going to be on what. I know last season we had Ascent on, we had a High Five on Demo Man, on High Five Demo Man, obviously. And then things have just been kind of switching around. I've been really interested to see what's exactly going to happen here. But I guess now we're just waiting. We've got 12-inch server, and we're going to be waiting on things to go live. Do you have any predictions on what's going to be happening?
I think Sunshine historically has been a very good map for Ascent. This version of Ascent is pretty similar to the one that we saw go to the last I-Series. A little different, but some of the same people. And they looked really, really good on Sunshine then, and I would imagine that especially with, you know, the people that, it's not like they haven't played the map before. I would imagine that they're going to do really well on this. And Dexter's Lab is another one of those teams, though. I think like they're a really dark horse team coming into the season. I felt like a lot of people were like, oh, like, you know, a few other players haven't played in a while, and you know, maybe like X player didn't look that great, but especially in the preseason scrims, they had pretty good results, and then especially in their most recent matches, they've looked really, really good as well. And at least from scrimming, at least Dexter's Lab, they've been really good on Sunshine, as we are going to be going live.
All right, who should we be watching for here as we go live?
I think on the mids, you really got to watch. I think it's going to be a Story of the Pockets on these mids. It's going to be Bot Mode versus Mirror Man. I think both of these soldiers are going to be looking to make big openings for their team, as we are going to see both demos arriving about the same time. No real early damage, as Laz is in so fast on demo. Exile's not going to get airshot, though. They are going to trade it out, though. The pistol spam on both of those players is going to clean it up, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but I think having a demo here on the side of Ascent is going to favor them in a long fight. Going to be able to do a lot more damage in the long run, and yeah, Dexter's Lab is just out of the mid. They don't favor fighting that at all.
Yeah, it looks like Laz got in and was immediately able to do a bunch of damage, able to get Exile down, yeah, it looks like we've been doing pretty good. Give me one moment here. Nick, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, as we are going to see very, very early into this game, nice stalemate, as we are going to see the sack from Ether here. He's going to take go for a little bit of a play, as we're going to look for Laz on the other side. This Exile absolutely destroys him, hits him with the air pipe in the direct before he lands. High Five is going to go down with him, so it's going to be a two-man on the other side of things, but Ascent not finding hardly anything, barely making it through the doorways, as Dexter's Lab's making their way in from the valley side of things. They're making it an exchange. They're going to pop through. As Ascent's going to counter pop into them. They're going to have so much of a better Uber here, but Dexter's Lab's going to be backing out. They should be able to make it out of this one, but Zaylor might have overstayed his welcome. He's taken down by Jinxed here, as it looks like Dexter's Lab's going to find their way into the mid as they find Bot Mode in the flank as well. They're going to trade it out for Mirror Man, as it's going to be a scrappy fight here. Ascent wants to refight it, though, and they're playing a lot more together. This looks so much better for Ascent, especially with that Scout playing heals. As Toy's going to make it out of this engagement alive, but I think that's about the only real silver lining here. Going to meet up with the with Exile and just hold out on 2, but it looks like it's going to be a winning fight for Ascent here as things kind of settle down. As Lucer's trying to work on some production things, so I'll be on the solo cast for a hot second here. As we're going to see Ascent pushing in here very gradually, slow push into 2, knowing that they have the player advantage here. Dexter's Lab with those late respawners and really able to find their footing here. So we're just going to see another reset here. Toy does have a small Uber advantage, but no, not anything they're going to be really trying to push off, especially out of last. They're going to see Jinx coming up on heavy, which tells you that they're not really going to be pushing as they get really close to Uber, but there's so much spam damage as Mirror Man, Jinx, and Ether go all down so weak. Ether's going to die, and they're traded up for Laz on the other side, I think. But it looks like they're going to get healed up. Bot mode's going to try and jump in here, find a first decent rocket into Jinx, but nothing really to speak of. As both the scouts are going to be pressuring on the left side along with Lol Guy. They're in so deep on this left side. And we're going to see a scout on the point baiting everybody forward. They're trying to find spam damage on the point, but the spawners are going to come in for Dexter's Lab. Nobody sees Mirror Man. Oh, but some beef. Oh, I thought High Five was going to make it out, but they actually get the force out of Toy. I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if High Five was nowhere near Toy from what I saw, but Toy evidently wanted to try to Uber. Are you back?
I'm back. How are you doing? I've been watching some TF2, just listening to your sweet voice, kind of catching the end of that, kind of that exchange going on. Ascent was doing a really good job just kind of poking and prodding Dexter's Lab here, trying to get somebody to make a play, but looks like now it's going to be on the favor, and we got the Uber coming in. Looks like it's going to be on Zaylor right now, as he's going to be trying to take down the sentry gun. Goes down a little bit late into the Uber just as it ends, and now looks like we're going to have a DM fight. Slumness going down pretty low. His health on Ascent pretty low, but no one's on the point. Toy goes down. Heavy's down to just 100. Oh, it's not looking good for Dexter's Lab. It's only Slimness Zaylor, but they still have the medic on Low Guy up. Looks like it's just Mirror Man all by himself. Mirror Man 66 health. Oh, Low Guy down to 29. It's all by himself.
They're toying with
man.
They're gonna get the spawns on Dexter's Lab, but they're not gonna make it out in time. As yeah, Slumness with the BM was trying to sword Mirror Man on point. I appreciate the honor duel. They went for the melee, didn't just try and shoot rockets at him. But yeah, as we are gonna see a 1-0 lead here for Ascent early off in this match.
That was a really, really good fight. I think Mirror Man did a really, really good job holding out there. I honestly think they could have won that exchange if Toy would have lived, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Oh my god, Laz just went down immediately in the red choke. Just was not able to get anything down, and now it looks like we already got somebody fighting over there in Valley. Looks like, ooh, bot mode going down. We have Jinx trying to fight the scout, but he's getting healed up right now. Who was it? That was Slem just getting the heals, but it looks like Ascent got the midpoint, and while that exchange was happening there in Valley, and everyone else already fell back, so we are just going to be seeing what Ascent wants to do with here. Just some spam going out. Anything I might have missed on that?
Yeah, I really like that play, though, from bot mode, knowing that they had that player at us. We're going to see a huge bomb in from Laz. Toy! Oh, Toy eats a decent first rock. He was completely unsighted there from what I saw. I didn't see either of the scouts shooting at him. Laz got so deep. But yeah, I like that play on the tail end of mid from bot mode, knowing that they had that player advantage, just seeing if there was any opening for him, and China going for it anyway, knowing that his team's going to get the spawn advantage on mid as they get that cap. But yeah, Exile needs to find a way to not die to Laz really early on these mids, otherwise we're going to keep seeing the mids go the way of Ascent, and we'll keep ending up in this stalemate, because I think Dexter's Lab doesn't fancy missing a demo.
Do you see that Mirror Man's behind?
I did not see that at all.
Yeah, Mirror Man's behind. Slimness just went back to get him. I went free cam. I was like, what the hell is that back on blue second? And I have no idea how Mirror Man was able to find his way back there. I completely missed that. But no problem. Slimness went back there and cleaned him up.
Yeah, it's a dangerous fight to be playing. Slumnish is not a scout you want to take in a 1v1, even a 2v1. I feel like Slumnish is still almost favored in most of those, as they're going to be pressuring here from the cap base side. Laz is going to get in so deep, not going to find a single point of damage on the Toy, though. Ather and Jinx are so weak trying to hold off the standing players. As Ascent's just walking in, they have so much space here for free. They're just getting onto the point. They're taking over platform here, but nice 2 rockets from Ather going to take down Slimish, and that's going to call the retreat for Ascent, knowing that they don't have their combo gun anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let them just kind of have that much room, but it looks like they maybe got a little bit overconfident, and Dexter's Lab made to pay for it. And now we got bot mode down, and we got the Uber out on low guy, trying to just
Jinx
get
just
away.
Rolled high five. And that's going to end this fight completely in favor of Dexter's Lab. They're going to be chasing down Lol Guy. Lol Guy's in front of their spawns waiting for it. Slime is just going to meet up with them. But looks like the aggression from Dexter's Lab, they're coming in. They're spawn camping this. It's so aggressive. It's so easy to do on Sunshine, though. It's so easy to take over a point. Leave one scout to cap and take over. Because of the forward spawns are really easy to control. And yeah, it's a really good momentum shift for Dexter's Lab, and the last time we saw them take that exchange, they kind of overstayed their welcome on mid, but this time they did a better job of finding frags early and making that engagement favorable for them.
Alright, well now we got Ascent. They're back on the last, and looks like they're already going in as soon as I'm able to try to set up the scene here, but looks like they're going to be pretty quickly spammed out here. Looks like Dexter's Lab trying to make a push, but heals are too good. They even Ubers. Nothing really happening there. Seeing if anybody wants to try to get a push going, but looks like both medics are hidden away. We do have low guy with Sailor.
Oh my gosh, Slemnish is just running. Slemnish is a god. What? He just ran in and two-shot 2 players. Exile and Toy both got destroyed by Slemnish. That's what I mean. You can't let Slemnish have any room on this Ascent roster. One of the points I wanted to make in the pregame that I never really got to is Slemnish is one of those players you have to keep contained, and if you don't, he's gonna do stuff like that.
Well, that's what's insane. I was trying to follow Lola guy and Sailor, and before I could blink, Slim just has like 3 things in the kill feed. Like, oh, well, there you go. So Slemnish going absolutely hard right now, putting the team on his back. And now we got another huge bomb coming out from Laz, trying to get something really down low health. He's going to be going down to Mirror Man. Looks like bot mode went down there in that exchange as well, so no soldiers on the side of Ascent to kind of spam out that damage. All they have right now is Zaylor. Now we have Mirror Man behind, but now we got the Uber flirting coming out with Zolga on low guy for Ascent. Looks like they're all going to be doing is just kind of pushing people out onto mid so they can have it. They did get Slemnish, and now High Five going down from Dexter's Lab. By Dexter's Lab, excuse me. And now we just got a DM fight happening here on second. Looks like Dexter's Lab got him prinched out here pretty well. Low guy's kind of just trapping.
I think Low guy's gonna make it out. Low guy's gonna barely squeak it out. I thought he was dead to rights there. Mirrorman bombed him and bot mode and had him caught in the shutter area, but bot mode did a good enough job delaying so his medic could get out. So it's not the end of the world for Ascent here, but Toy's coming up dangerously close to that Uber. Ascent wasn't able to find anything on mid for theirs, and they are getting snowballed to their last. Toy's at 99%. They are gonna pop it off. They're instantly gonna find Slemnish, but they're gonna trade it for a Mirror Man. So it's a really good trade of frags here, but they're gonna be taking down the heavy. They have the high ground for this post Uber, and they have a healthy scout here, so this is looking like a really good fight for Dexter's Lab. And yeah, they're going to take their scout to the point. They're going to bait out. They're so weak, the fragging class. They're going to clean them up. It's going to be a 1-1 game here.
Wow. All right. Well, after what a fight Ascent put up for Froyotech, seems like, you know, they're going to be kind of just rolling all the other teams, but Dexter's Lab,
I told you, Dexter's Lab is a dark horse coming into the season, and they came to play tonight. Let's see if Exile is able to avoid this fast rollout from Laz. Laz is in so deep, he's actually going to see the counter jump here from Ether and the fast soldier aggression, so he's just going to opt to play the bell tower, get some early spam, and Toy's going to die. Not even to make it to the other team's Tetris, has no opportunity to really even get into the mid. That's even worse than losing Exile early, because at least if Toy lives, they can back up to second. As you're going to be seeing if Dexter's Lab's going to be able to find some wholesale sellouts here to try and get on the Law guy, but they're taking so long in this span. All the damage is permanent. Like, the longer this goes on, the more it favors Ascent because they have heals.
Yeah, I'm watching what Dexter's Lab was doing there. It looks like they went behind, trying to hang out in the second point on Ascent's side, but trying to come in and do some cheap plays, but it looks like they're pretty pushed far back, and they already knew what Ascent wanted to go, but yeah, now we got Mirror Man down. Looks like Toy is going to be starting to heal somebody. You got Jinx with them. And now Ascent is finally going to be capturing midpoint. Looks like that actually might favor, I would say that would favor Dexter's Lab a little bit. Now they can have a little bit more time to get ready for a last push and at least have an Uber for when they do push in the last, if Ascent eventually does. Would you agree with that, or am I just crazy?
I don't think it matters a ton. It does kind of give them a little bit of opening, so maybe see if there's an opening for a soldier sack or somebody to try and make a play. But I don't think a team like Ascent's really going to leave their medic out in a situation where that's ever going to happen. And exactly what you saw in their mid with, like, Low guy basically playing out of the choke is exactly where you want to see Ascent playing, is they're going to Uber in from this lower area. There's no stickies on the point, but it looks like they're going to opt to just take down the off classes here. They're going to take down that sentry. Toy, once again, the first one dead in these engagements on their last. It's not what you want to be seeing, as it's just going to be Exile versus the world. Even as demo as good as Exile is not going to win a 1v5, and it's going to be 2-1 here for Ascent, quickly getting themselves their lead back.
Yeah, they just trapped Toy out again, got him down, and Dexter's Lab just kind of stood no chance once they got that down, trying to fight an Uber. So,
Yeah,
be
Dexter's
going
Lab
out
has
here?
looked really good on everything that isn't the mid, so we'll see if they're able to actually play a mid fight here, because they've basically lost a key player on their team early, as Aether's going to be really fast into the bell tower, trying to make some space for his team, as Laz is going to be bombing it so deep, finds a really good first rocket on the Toy. Toy's going to get caught in the corner, eating so much damage, and not even going to make the touch. Once again, the bomb from bot mode is going to follow up on that damage. Laz is going to trade Jinxed out here. They're going to make it a little scrappy, as Dog Guy's going to go down, so it's exactly what you want to see. They're selling up for the other team's medic. That's exactly what you want to be seeing, because if your medic goes down early, you have to win that engagement super quickly, and you either need to just instantly focus on all the fragging classes, which is really tough to do because they're just going to back up, or you just need to sell it for the other team's medic so you don't get snowballed the last.
I can't get over that. I still can't get over that freaking shot that Laz had on Toy. Brought him right down to 60 health, and Toy just did not stand a chance. Oh my god, that was such an incredible play by Laz. I think we need a clip. Well, that's definitely going enough. I don't know. I think it's highlight worthy. Maybe that's just me.
He had a couple really good fast rollouts too, so maybe. We'll have to see, as we are going to see even Ubers here. Toy's about a 10% advantage, but nothing really they can push off of. As Ascent once again wins the mid. I don't think Dexter's Lab has really been able to get into and play the mids. They really actually play, like I said, they've lost a key player early. On the first two it was Exile, on these last two it's been Toy being the first person dead. And, you know, maybe losing a scout or a soldier, you can still kind of fight that mid 5v6, and, you know, with some crafty plays coming out. But if you're losing your demo and your medic early, especially on a map like Sunshine, where you get such a long engagement where your demo and your heals are so important to that long engagement, like, you basically just have to leave it. And we see Ascent setting up in the valley side of things here. We're going to see Laz bombing in super high, super deep. Going to land on Exile. Hits the air shot, but Exile a little too healthy for that one. Going to get healed up by Toy. Really, really good attempt from Laz, but unfortunately Exile was just a little too tanky for that one. As we do see the counter stack in from Jinx, gonna try his hand at making anything happen here, but he's on a really long spawn, so there's opportunity for Ascent to try and make something happen, knowing that there's only one scout to try and deny the soldiers. The soldier bombs are especially dangerous. Bot mode's gonna get in, find a pretty good first rocket into Toy. The scout's in as well. The scout's just
so
3
low.
HP. Oh, no, that's the other scout that's in dungeon.
Yeah,
Slumber's
high
down
five
to just
to
3
Jinx
HP,
right
but
there.
Toy is so weak, and with that scout in behind, gonna get in, gonna force Toy, so they're gonna get a much better Uber on the side of Ascent, if they even have to pop at all. They're doing a really good job of kiting this one back. Guy is still 110 HP, not gonna even have to use this one off. That's so
Midas.
unfortunate. Really
Midas.
good movement from Guy.
He might have had a chance to get there to pop, but I think he just kind of missed his shots there. And
Well, that's
Guy
so
only
tough
took
because there's a
40
demo
health.
shooting at you, and the medic has scout speed, so his like AD strafes and everything are so tough. Like,
Just hit the-
I don't know,
just
I've
hit
never
the
been on
medic.
this scenario in scout. Yeah, just hit him, just click him. You know, if I was a scout, I would have just two-shot the medic, forehead.
Yeah, it's easy. Like
You
that,
can't always
right?
do that. Mirror Man's gonna be going for a play here. Is gonna be he can hide in the corner, but Sense a little too smart for that one. They're gonna check their corners, as they're gonna be getting in. Exile's gonna find a trap kill onto bot mode, so a cheeky 1-for-1. As Toy's actually done a really, really good job of building this Uber, already at 80%. So if Ascent tries to push this, Guy hasn't been pushing their Uber or counting their Ubers well. They are gonna only have a 10% advantage. As it's the scout on the point, they're gonna find a decent amount of damage into Exile, but there's no stickies on the point. And they aren't caving it. They are only gonna take on the sentry. It looks like Ascent just gonna leave, knowing that the other team's gonna have Uber here. This is Dexter's Lab's opportunity. If they want to get out of last, it's probably their best opportunity, but Slendish just runs in and destroys Aether once again. Gonna get traded out, but Aether is just not having a fun time. Slumbish, I think, has won that duel every single time they've taken it. As Bomba's gonna come in and find a force with no soldier to check him there, so it's gonna be 2-for-2 exchange. They are gonna get out on the 2 though, as they're gonna be able to start capping this one up. But Ascent doesn't look like they want to give it to him. They're contesting this one. Zayler's in a little bit alone, but High Five's gonna come in and help his boy out along with the heals and bot mode. So they are gonna make it scrappy on this one, but Jinx just destroys High Five on the point. Still a full 150. His buff was hardly even scratched, but Toy dies in the shutter. Nobody was playing with Toy, and bot mode just bombed in and killed Toy.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. Wow, yeah, look at that. And then Dexter's Lab is so incredibly weak, and even just 2 players with Zayler and Guy. Oh, Zayler going down, though. They are chasing out Guy, but might finally be able to pick up a health pack, but now he's got...
Guy's got his dancing shoes on, he's dancing, but oh, is he gonna live? He's so
Yeah,
weak, he's under
alive.
18 HP, he's gonna get the pack. Oh, the regen there saved him 100%.
Oh,
That's so
yeah.
unfortunate if you're Dexter's Lab, you're calling every little bit of damage on him, and it's like starting to add up, and you get to like 156, and it's like, wait, how's the medic not dead? The regen just a little too strong here, as Guy's gonna be coming back in with 100% advantage after seeing if he can make something happen, but he's just gonna have to retreat down to last, barely making it away with his life. Jinx is gonna make it so he can get out, but it's a trade here as they're gonna be taking this Uber, and it's gonna be bot mode and Slumdish once again. They're trying to focus this frag. They're gonna get Mirror Man down. They find a bunch of damage in the scout as well. They're trading frags in the spawn doors, but this is just favorite Ascent, who had just had way more health at the end of that, as it's gonna be basically a clean wipe. It's gonna be a 3-1 half here for Ascent.
Dexter's Lab definitely showing a little bit of strength there, but I think Ascent kind of figured out where some of their mistakes were happening and able to very easily start cleaning things up here. But I commend Dexter's Lab effort here, but I want to go ahead and take a look at these stats here. Anything really sticking out? I see.
I think just as a general thing, I mean, top fragging in the server right now is Slumdish. He's at a big 17 and 8 with 276 DPM. He's the top damager amongst the scouts. Zayo's going to be top damaging in the server at a big 324, followed by Mirror Man, Exile. But I think just the fact that Slumdish is 4th in damage right now, and he's so much higher than any of the other scouts in the server. I mean, there's like another scout that's going to be Jinx, who's at 250, but Jinx is 7 and 10 versus Slumdish is 17 and 8. Slumdish has just been absolutely on fire, and I think in every single engagement that Dexter's Lab tries to take with Ascent, like, Slumdish is just getting the better of one player and finding damage into another, if not, like, just straight 2-pick, and they really need to just control Slumdish. Like I said, one of the points I wanted to make in the pregame that we really didn't have time to do, talk about, is just how good Slumdish is. Like, I think on a 1-to-1, he's probably one of the best DM scouts in Invite playing currently, and he's absolutely crazy. You have to play with Slumdish in such a small box, and you have to, you know, put so many resources into trying to contain him. Otherwise, you see exactly what's happening here, where he's just going to run you over.
Yeah, Slumdish and Laz, I think, are easily MVPs of this game. Laz finally able to get something going on with that, with those mids, and then Slumdish. Well, Slumdish, you've already explained it all. He's just been doing a really good. They've just been doing a really good job being able to cut out everything. But you know, I'm interested to see obviously what's going to happen here in the second half. I think Dexter's Lab's tough. We'll see if Ascent kind of keeps up their high efforts that they're going to be doing here. But yeah, I think I believe in Dexter's Lab. We'll see how they're going to be doing here.
Yeah, and I think this is, you know, I think this will be kind of one of the longer half times, because like I said, I feel like Dexter's Lab is one of those teams that, like, I don't know, at least personally I felt was very underrated by a lot of people that I talked to coming into this season. And you have a player like Mirror Man, who's kind of been around the block for a little while. He's kind of subtly been in, like, Invite playoffs. I feel like he's kind of, at least for me personally, again, from what I've talked to players, kind of swung under the radar for a lot of people, but he's been really, really good. And I think with, you know, regrouping with the rest of his team he's played with previously, he brings a lot of experience to the table, while the other players haven't been playing. So I think he'll be a big player for them in these half times, as we are going to be going live into the second half.
All right, well, who are you going to be watching here going out on this mid? You seeing if Laz can be doing anything crazy?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're able to handle the soldier aggression early, because Ascent's finding so much value out of it early. Again, Laz instantly trades for Exile, so I think we're just going to see, yeah, Dexter's Lab is trying to fight this, but Mirror Man instantly gets shredded by bot mode, and Slumdish's bot was going to be poking and finds a really good first rocket.
Bot mode's gonna be... Oh, okay.
Oh, the scout's going to come in and save him. Yeah, okay, that's really good. So Jinx coming in, saving Toy. So Toy was disconnected though, so Ascent is going to know that they have, you know, at least a little bit of advantage to work with, assuming Lol Guy isn't spending too much time airing. So they have about a 15% advantage, but I don't know if they're going to go off it, knowing that the spawns are coming up for Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that could have
Dexter's
been
Lab is
really
doing a
bad
really good
here. And looks like we got a guy even numbers here. Yeah, it looks like nothing was going to be happening. But yeah, God, that could have been deadly for Toy. But thankfully Midas was able to come in and help him out here. But as we have just some general spam going back and forth between the chokes, we have a Mirror Man on Spy, our first.
Yeah,
kind of
he's out of spawn. He's not just spy
class.
checking either. I really like this timing from Mirror Man. Mirror Man, like I said, in previous casts, I've seen him play a little bit of sniper, but on previous casts, he actually, yeah, he picks off Zayler. I'm not sure it's really enough for his team though. I feel like just a demo pick is so hard to push out a last on, because there's so many other players and they can just run at your flank. And yeah, Exile peeks this upper air and gets destroyed by the re-aggression from Ascent. His Aether's down really weak as well. Gonna get chased down. He's not gonna make it out, so that's 3 picks. So what looked like a decent scenario for Dexter Lab's gonna turn on their heads. Scouts playing on the point. They're gonna have to pop first here. Is Dexter Lab to contest the point, as they have 2 scouts on the point. Both are really healthy here as the Ubers are starting to end. They're focusing down these frags, but Jinx is getting so much damage into High Five, and High Five really isn't returning it. They are getting the spawn. Exile's gonna find a nice spam pipe into SlimeDish, who goes down, but Zaylor just gets on the point.
Oh my god!
He just gets on the point.
Wow, Sailor, what in the world, man? That was a play.
No
just hopped right over whoever that was on Dexter's Lab. Shot Toy down on the point and then just capped it because they already had so much cap time. Ooh,
I don't even know if you can call that a... I just don't have words. We're coming into this next bid though, as we are gonna see a decently fast rollout from bot mode taking his own taking his own Tetris. You're gonna find a lot of damage early as Mirrorman's gonna be trying to chase the frag, but bot mode's gonna be able to get healed up by Lokai, and Mirrorman's gonna pay for it. But Sailor's down to just 2 HP. Are they gonna be able to capitalize off it? He's ailing. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to capitalize on it, though. There's so many weak players on Ascent. Both our scouts are like 60 HP, but they're not getting aggressive. They're finding this early damage, but they're not capitalizing while they have an advantage, and I think it's going to make them pay. Again, the soldiers are down so weak. Ascent's doing such a good job of just cycling their heals. They're going to pick off Jink, so it's a 4v6 in this mid, and again, Exile goes down. They're going to make it an exchange. The all guy's gonna get his Uber. He's milking it so hard. Is he gonna have to use? He's 73 HP. He's not even gonna have to use.
Wow.
That's insane. All guy putting on his dancing shoes and just juking and jiving. It takes 2 to tango, but I don't know if that's true for Logan.
Wow. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I just exactly everything you were saying. Ascent was just doing such a great job cycling their heals, and just really felt like Dexter's Lab was just, they're just doing good DM fight, but they just weren't able to do anything, and they're already into last year. Oh, Toy's already down.
Again, Toy and Exile are the first people down. Ascent are doing such a good job of focusing them down. Mirrorman's down so weak. Is he going to make it in the spawn? He is. So he's going to be able to cycle this. If Dexter's Lab can make this messy and buy time for their spawn, then they might be able to hold this, but they're not doing that. They're going to trade out the soldier frags, but Ascent's going to get on the point, and they're going to make it a very quick second half.
Yeah, that was just over 4 minutes. It was like 4 minutes and 5 seconds. But Ascent coming out and just able to go ahead and just shut things down pretty quick. After that first half, I think after first couple points, they knew what they needed to do and shut down Dexter's Lab. But Dexter's Lab, like I said, like we've been saying, shown some promise. Ascent, but it's just so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and a lot of these teams, like, the metric is like, are you able to stand up and come? A lot of times it's like, not can you beat Furyu, but like, especially in North America for the longest time, it's are you able to play with the other top dogs? Are you able to play with kind of some of the other players that have been at the top of the game for so long? And Dexter's Lab, I think in the first half definitely showed that they belonged, and they were doing really well outside of the mids, and they were kind of getting mid to last in the second half, so there wasn't much to talk about there. But I think in the first half, outside of the mids, Dexter's Lab looked really good. But just in general, I think just the combination of like Logai and SlimeDish just staying together so well, it was just absolutely insane. I think that's where the real difference maker was for me.
Yeah, the soldiers there, just on special in that last, really showed exactly how strong they were. I think the soldiers on Ascent just really, really good, and SlimeDish just put team on his back. He was doing such a great job that entire match. I would say, really, I don't know. Was there anybody on Dexter's Lab that really stood out to you during that?
I think Mirrorman was doing a really good job of opening fights for his team. I mean, he top damage in the server just a little bit over Campy, and not too much more damage taken either. And I think Mirrorman just is a big player for this Dexter's Lab. Like I said, he's kind of been the one consistent playing outside of a lot of these players, whereas other players have kind of gone off to off class and advanced or whatever, have taken breaks from the game. But I think Mirrorman's was a really big player for them, and he was finding a lot of damage in these engagements. It's just his team wasn't really playing around him as well as I think they really needed to, and they weren't kind of following up on that damage, especially on that last mid. I think Dexter's Lab just in general did the same amount, if not more damage in almost all these fights, but then when the fight really breaks down, Ascent's just across the board really weak, whereas Dexter's Lab is letting players die, so they're not able to continue to output damage over the course of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've just about said it all, and not really much else I can add on that. But yeah, I say pretty good match overall. Not too quick, but still pretty fast. Ascent showing their dominance, 5-1 win over Dexter's Lab. Anything? I guess really anything else you want to add here, Mister?
Log had one death.
The entire game.
He died once in the first half. He had a perfect second half. Right. I mean, to be fair, Ascent did kind of mid to last them. But Log had one death that game.
Wow, yeah. Wow. One death. That really, if anything, shout out to Ascent for that. Protecting their medic.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that was the big difference maker, was just in general, Ascent kind of played around their heels just a little better, and just we're a little more together as a team, and I think the medic death stat is the one that stands out to me the most.
Toy had 10. Oh, I just saw that. Toy had 10 deaths.
In Toy's defense, like a lot of times, like as a medic, there are deaths that you have that you can do absolutely zero about, where like you take an engagement with your team and like you put full trust into your team and you commit to the engagement with them, and for whatever one reason or another they don't win it, and you committed with them, and there's not an opportunity for you to make it out.
Yeah, still just that 10 hurts. I mean, it's more than Zaylor and oh man, I love it. People's stupid aliases. Slimnish, more than just Zaylor and Slimnish had. Not combined, but just as individuals.
Yeah. But again, though, I think it's like one of those things where Dexter's Lab was kind of wiping in more engagements than Ascent was in general. But yeah, I think definitely some silver linings, especially in that first half. Like I said, Dexter's Lab looked really good outside of the mids, but I think Ascent won every single mid according to the logs, which I think is factual. And if you're not winning mids, it's really hard to play, and a team like Ascent's definitely going to punish you if you're not winning mids.
All right, well, oh my god, look at that. I didn't even notice they won every single mid. Ascent did. But you got anything else you want to talk about, Mr. Nicholas?
I think that's about all I've got for tonight.
Sweet. Cool. Well, any shout-outs you would like to give out?
Shout out to Brando.
All right, shout out to Brando as well. I would like to give a shout out to how about shout out to Shears? His very first match came in 15 minutes beforehand. Did just a great job doing everything.
I had my stream up on the other monitor, and I think every single time there was a clutch play, Shears caught it. So shout out to Shears.
Yeah, Shears. Very good job. We'll get you set up. Make sure we have you something better than 15 minutes beforehand. But you did a great job regardless. So I think we're ready to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, so I think that's about all I've got. So it's been TFTV's coverage of RGL Season 3 Invite. This has been our cast of Dexter's Lab versus Ascent. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Good night.